Boker Tov and welcome. Today we're going to talk about that all-important homeschooling question. What do you do about socialization? How do you find good friends for your children? And how do you get them involved in activities that aren't going to be opposed to the things that we believe are true in the Torah and in the rest of God's Word? My name is Ann Elliott, and I'm the creator and founder of HomeschoolingTorah.com. And you know what? If you are concerned about the good friends that your children need and about helping them find activities that will increase their skills, but also give them socialization and also help them learn to navigate the world. Maybe it's drama, athletics, music. How do you get your child to be plugged in a world that is on a different calendar, has a different set of ethics and right and wrong, the food they serve as snacks is not going to be clean, and just so on? How do you get your children to be in the world and not of it? That is a really tough question. Number one, I would say, make it a huge priority in your life to find fellowship for your family. If you are located in an area that you are just beyond the ability to drive to a Sabbath fellowship every week, even consider moving. Maybe that's not going to be in the budget, or that's just not going to be acceptable. Then make it a priority to at least fellowship on one of the biblical feast days. We have 3 different feast times every year. If you wanted to add in the Hanukkah time, you have 4. You're going to have to budget for it. You're going to have to find the time for it. You're going to have to figure out a way to get there, get off work as parents. Make it a priority to find fellowship for your children. It's extremely important. Number 2, focus on the good that you do have in your life. Sometimes all we can see is the green on the other side of the fence, and comparing ourselves to other people or wishing that we had the ability to give to our kids now what we had when we were growing up. You're not in that place. Focus again instead on the good that you do have. Your children have great parents. They have siblings. Maybe they have other really great relationships in their lives. Maybe they have family members that are extended family that maybe don't see eye to eye on Torah, but are willing to go along with your views and help you out. Focus on the good. Sometimes when we focus on the good and the things that we do have, we find that our discontentment with what could be is lessened, and we get a sense of joy and thankfulness. Thirdly, find out what your child is passionate about. Do you share those passions? And if so, make that the priority of what you try to aim for. Now let's take an example. Let's say it's drama, and the only drama activities all hold their drama events on Sabbath. But you're passionate about drama. It's something you were good at growing up, and your kids, you can tell they're passionate about it also. Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe the Father made you passionate about something so that you could start something? You could say, no, I'm not a leader. I don't have those kinds of skills. But seriously, I have found that when you meet someone who is passionate about a subject, often what they do is they run off to someone else and they go, you should start this because I'm passionate about it. And that other person is like, I'm not passionate about that. Why would I do that? No, the passions that you have, the Father gave to you for a reason. Possibly because he wants you to start something, whether that's a Sabbath fellowship, maybe just informally meeting in your home on Sabbath and inviting other people, even if they aren't Torah keepers yet, inviting them in and explaining the feast to them, might eventually give you fellowship. And maybe it's a drama club, starting a drama club that only has their presentations on Thursdays, instead of on Friday night and Saturday. Or maybe it's a sports team that doesn't have any meetings, or any events and games that are on a Sabbath day. And yes, that would take a lot of work. I do realize the challenges. I realize the scheduling difficulties and finding teams to play. But you know what? Someday our world is going to have to change, and that change might have to start with all of us taking what we are passionate about and going out into the world and being the change that we want to see. So maybe those tips have encouraged you. I'm sure they probably opened up cans of worms that now we'll all have to figure out together. Let's do it. Let's talk some more about this. Leave a comment below the video. I'd love to discuss it with you. Visit us at homeschoolingtorah.com, where we have stellar fellowship, from Facebook groups to forums to just lots of of discussion between parents, we can encourage you. We would love to do that. Visit us today. Shalom.